What challenges did dwarves face, reclaiming lost kingdoms like Erebor? Imagine waking up one day to find your home taken over by a fierce dragon and your people scattered. That's what the dwarves faced when trying to bring back their lost kingdoms like Erebor. The first big hurdle was dealing with the dragon Smaug. He had made Erebor his lair, guarding the vast treasure hoard and making any attempt to reclaim the mountain extremely dangerous. Smaug was not just a fire-breathing beast but also a clever and powerful enemy. The dwarves had to find ways to outsmart or weaken him before they could even think about entering their old home. Next, the mountain itself was in rough shape. Erebor is a huge underground city with many tunnels, halls, and mines. After years of abandonment, the infrastructure was damaged or blocked. The dwarves needed to repair collapsed tunnels, clear debris, and restore the mining operations that once made Erebor rich. This was no small task because working inside a mountain is tricky. The tunnels are narrow and winding, and the environment can be hazardous with unstable rocks and dangerous gases. Restoring the mountain's defenses and making it livable again took a lot of skill and time. There was also the challenge of fighting off other groups who wanted to control Erebor. Nearby, the human settlement of Dale had been destroyed and later rebuilt. Orcs and goblin tribes roamed the surrounding areas, threatening anyone trying to approach or settle the mountain. The dwarves had to gather enough soldiers and from alliances to defend their reclaimed home. They needed a strong military presence to keep out enemies and secure their borders. Another problem was the loss of many leaders and warriors. When the dwarves were driven out, many of their best fighters and leaders perished or scattered. The small group that finally retook Erebor had to rally their people and rebuild their community from a shattered state. Restoring a stable population and establishing governance was a slow process, especially with so many losses. Finally, the dwarves relied heavily on mining and craftsmanship for their wealth. Losing Erebor meant losing access to precious metals and gems. Reclaiming the mountain meant restarting their mining operations, which was costly and time-consuming. They had to invest in tools, workers, and infrastructure to get their economy back on track. All these challenges show how tough it was for the dwarves to reclaim their lost kingdoms. It was not just about returning home but overcoming supernatural threats, rebuilding their homes, fighting enemies, and restoring their wealth. Their resilience and determination helped them succeed in the end, proving how much they valued their heritage and homes.